Hi everyone, welcome. This is Gina once again. Welcome. I am using a card that's 8 by almost 5 inches. I decided that I would like to try the 100 days. What is it? 100 days of something. And I'm going to do 100 days of art. I'm trying my best. So I'm going to try to create 100 pieces, but the way my schedule is, I'm not going to be doing it one a day. So I'm going to do them in sets. I find that works best for me, and I'm going to try to get that done. The cards are not gessoed or anything, so I'm just layering I think it was 3 layers of paint over it to get it covered, actually, because I didn't want to see the lines. And I'm using a charcoal pencil now just to make some marks because I haven't created in a long time. For those of you who are accustomed watching my videos, you would know that I haven't done anything in quite a while, and I'm just trying to get back in the groove of things. To be honest, there was a death in my family and it hit me harder than I thought, and I just couldn't seem to catch myself in terms of art. So this is me trying to get back in the swing of things. I thought about it constantly, but I just couldn't sit by the desk and do anything. It was the strangest thing. I am covering the charcoal marks now with more paint because I want to push them back in the background. It was just to get something down and just, try to get my creative juices flowing. I pulled two colors today, which is blue and orange. I thought I was passing by it and I said, okay, I'll use these two today. My goal was to just get it done very quickly and just to do something because like I said, I've been thinking about it for a long time. I just, I would pass the dust straight or I would look at it and then turn away. I don't know if anybody else have experienced anything else like it, but I really didn't expect it. I wasn't expecting it at all. So it's interesting how grief can, it could affect you in so many ways that you're just not aware of. I think if I wasn't doing art, I would not have known that it hit hard. Anyways, so now I've added some paint directly, and now I'm also doing a wash of the paint because I wanted the hint of the orange but not the intensity of it. So I just did it like a wash. Some places I wiped it up with the baby wipe. And now I'm going to add blue, and I'm going to do the same thing with the blue. I'm going to add it directly as well as a watered down layer of it as well in different places. This was fun. I enjoyed it because, oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. The 100 days started on Sunday the 1st of March. I believe, yeah, March was the 1st. So I decided to do 8 pieces because I knew that I wasn't going to make the 7-day mark to post. So I thought I'll do 8 pieces. And I thought I was going to make my 8-day mark, but I missed it. But that's okay. I'm still going to try to get something done within those 7 days so I could get it out and get it to you. And plus get it out. I really miss creating. But aside from that, I've started coloring a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, which it's been nice. So now I'm adding a lot of water and I'm playing around because I want to mess around and I want to get back into the groove of being comfortable with making these things and creating and so I'm adding some splashes because I like the look of it. I like the movement of it. I really am enjoying this. So I wanted to layer on another orange, but I didn't like it wasn't happening the way that it happened in my mind. So I'm working on getting it over the top, but I don't like it. So I thought I'd come in with some white. And I thought if I do the white and I put the orange over it, it'll be more intense, which is what I wanted. I didn't, because when I put it over the blue, I just found it toned it down too much and I wanted it bright and I wanted it popping. Maybe I have the wrong kind of paint, but so my solution was to just do the white. And then I thought I would do these dot things and yeah, it wasn't coming out the way I planned. And when I say plan, I mean, okay, I did this, so I think I'll do this now. So that was my next step. I also want to thank all of you all for waiting and for, just sticking around. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. Thank you all to the new subscribers that I've had over the months. I really appreciate all of you, and I hope that you enjoy the process that I will be doing. The different processes, which is me just exploring. That's what it really is. I like to play and I like to explore and I like to try things and then I like to go back to my comfort zone, which is abstract art. So that's what this channel is. Trying things and having fun and using what you have. That's what this channel is too. Using what I have and working towards getting things that I want and using those too. And trying to use the things that I have. Because, some of us, we have things and we don't use it. And that's me too. Because for me, it's fear. For me, it's I forget where I put it. Or I want to save it. All those things. So I'm trying to get out of that mode. I really am trying to get out of it and trying to create as much as I can because life is short and I bought it for a reason or I got it for a reason. I scavenged, is that a word? Scavenged it for a reason. So I should use it for the purpose, right? And also, God provided, so I should be able to trust God to provide again. Because He already did provide, so why can't He do it again, right? So instead of, well, I'll save this for a later date, or I'll save it for this, whatever this is, which I don't know yet. I'm trying my best to use what I have. So this is where I am, and I don't know what to do. I feel kind of stuck. So I, on my desk, had these stencils, which I found when I was trying to tidy up. And I thought I would just leave them out because I thought maybe I'd use them. And I decided to use some of them in some places. And I'm going to put... So, right, I found this while I was cleaning up as well. And I just decided to check and see if I might possibly want to cut it out and, cut out certain pieces. But I was like, no, that's not the plan today. Yeah, my mind was just all over the place. So instead of using a sponge, I just went in with my brush and I'm just trying to get these silhouettes in. And I thought I'd do it white because why not? My intention actually was not just to do it white, but to do it and layer it over with a different color. But I ended up leaving it. And with these, I want to not think too much. I know I've said that many times before in my previous videos, but I don't want to think too much. I just want to create and try things. I want to have a plan. So, it's 100 days, so that's several weeks. I think that's 14 weeks and some days. So I would like to try to probably focus on different things, different weeks. I don't know. So I have an acrylic marker here and I'm just outlining the shapes because some of them got kind of messed up and some of them didn't fill in too well, no matter what I did. And I know it's because of the paint. It's not the best, but that's okay. So I'm just filling it in and enjoying coloring, to be honest. A lot of the times art is really just about the process. It really is. So they're all similar. They're like sisters, but I'm trying to make them different as well. And I'm trying to keep to my colors. And the only black that I wanted to use was the charcoal pencil. Isn't that amazing? So now I'm adding some more splashes because I found that the people were looking too plain. So I thought I'd just, get them all messed up. So this is a better quality paint. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Utrecht Artist acrylic colors. I use the titanium white. And then I decided, hey, let me put some circles. So I just found the cover of a glue stick and I'm adding some circles on. This was fun. I had to contain myself and Gina, okay, tell myself, Gina, okay, stop. Don't put too much. It's gonna look overwhelming. Just leave it. So I added some and then it got a little messed up there. So I thought, okay, well, let's add some more. That wasn't the plan. It fell on the side. So I just added some more lines, which actually felt nice to, just roll it around on the card. That was nice. Now I think I'm done. I think I'm ready to separate it and try and individualize them, but not too much. My intention wasn't to keep it this size because I want to get 8 pieces. So I'm going to cut all of them in half and then work on them individually, but try not to make too many excessive changes. I'm trying to keep it simple. The other two I put on the side, I left it to dry because it's pretty wet from all the splashing that I did earlier. So I'm just measuring them and I'm going to cut them and see what I want to add or cover up or, just enhance or whatever it is. So I have 4 pieces here for day 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yay! That's why I like doing these because you could get more done, in sometimes not a shorter space of time, but, all at once. All at once. So for this one, I'm using a piece of a card. I just put paint on the edge of the card and I'm just going to drag it across in certain spots because it felt right to do that at the time. I'm looking at the other cards and I'm just adding marks here and there. I found she was looking too white and too plain, so I brought in some marks and I just added in some lines that was in the background. I just brought it back to the forefront. I'm doing the same with this one. I'm highlighting him because he's kind of fading into the background, and I'm adding some little marks as well using the same charcoal pencil. And then I thought I didn't want him white, so I thought I would add some of the same color. I'm trying my best as well just to stick to these 2 colors. So I filled him in, and honestly I didn't like him at all. I didn't like how he was shaped or anything of the sort. So I said, okay, I'll put you aside and let me work on this one. And I felt that it kind of looked like tree bark, so I thought I would turn them into that. So I'm putting in the horizontal marks on it. I don't know what kind of trees look like that. If anybody remembers, y'all could let me know. But yeah, I just thought I'd add those marks in because we use any charcoal pencil anyway. And I was thinking, this looks so cool. I like it. And then I'm just outlining it and, helping it to stand out a bit. And I thought I would highlight it by just adding some liquid. It's just plain water. And I'm just wetting it wherever I had this charcoal. I'm just activating it with the water. And yes, I like it a lot actually. I did not like this one at all. I didn't like him. So here I am trying to add some kind of dimension to him, make him look a little interesting. So what I was trying to do here was give him two tones. So one side would be darker, one side would be lighter. It would have some more, he wouldn't look so flat and weird shaped, and I just, the more I painted, the more I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And I was still trying to fix him and make him work, but he wasn't working. And then I decided to, okay, maybe I'll turn him into something else. Or maybe I'll cover it up altogether. But I said, okay, I'll try and do something else. So at this point, I was like, okay, it's kind of looking like a cage, but do I want to draw a cage? Do I know exactly how to draw a cage? And I thought, okay, maybe we could do, he looks kind of like a barrel. And then at this point, I was thinking, oh, it looks like a candle. Maybe I could do a candle. And then I didn't want to do a candle. So I'm just trying to work it out. But he's definitely not a man anymore. I did not like him. So as I was doing this, I was thinking, okay, maybe we could turn it into a container. So I squared him out and I'm trying my best to make it look like a container. Then I thought, let's probably do some leaves. And then I thought, no, we have to do the branches first. So I did about 2 leaves, and then I'm thinking, okay, let's draw the branches and then we'll add the leaves. So this is the transformation of this card. Very, very interesting. Let me know what you think. Now, because the card is kind of dark, I thought I would go in with some light leaves. And I started doing these little tick marks, and I didn't like it at all. And then I realized, okay, you could just press down on the brush and it will make a nice kind of leaf shape, kind of. So I started to do that instead. So I'm going to go over all of the branches and try to do these light leaf shape. And then I'll see how it looks. But I'm trying to get some leaves on all of my quote-unquote branches. This process took up a lot of time. I really didn't plan on this one at all. I just wanted to do something abstract and quick, but it actually turned out to be a very relaxing activity. You know, just turning the card different angles and my wrist as well, my hand, trying to get the different angles on the branches, the different leaves. But it was actually a really nice, relaxing process. And I don't know, after not doing art for so many months, this turned out pretty nice, and I actually quite enjoyed it. You know, I was a bit scared, to be honest, to come back and sit at the desk and do this. But, and even talking to you all now, you know, I was thinking I haven't talked to you all in so long. It feels strange, but I realized that I actually miss it a lot more than I thought I would, and I am enjoying it. So I hope you all are enjoying it too. And I hope it's inspiring you to create no matter where you are. Just make something. And because of this downtime that I've had, I realized that I go through different phases or seasons. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So, what I decided to do, going back to my card, is not have everything so light. So, I thought, okay, let's go in with some darker blue. So, that's what I did. I went in with some darker layers. And then I got kind of fed up. So, I thought, let's try and work on this pot and make it look like a nice pot with some dimension and some shape and some, instead of having it look so flat. So I'm trying my best to quickly, without stressing about it too much, trying my best to kind of get it done. Add some darkness where I think where the dirt is supposed to be and where the light might be, trying to make that area lighter. But if I thought about it, I would have done the same thing with the leaves, but I didn't think about that. I was just thinking about the pot, and that's okay. But I actually really like this card a lot. I feel like I should have brought the leaves coming down on the sides of the pot a little more, but this is fine. And then I thought everything looked too blue, so I thought I would go in with some orange. And then I felt that the orange was too orange, so I went over the orange with some blue, but I left some orange peeking out, which was, I think, more of what I wanted. So I really like how this looks with the orange. But yeah, this process was nice. And as I was saying, I hope you all are encouraged by this. I'm hoping to go and make something, no matter what it is. Even I didn't plan this at all. This is nothing like what I planned. Well, you all saw it was supposed to be a man and it turned into a plant pot and a plant. Which is, I guess that's how life is. You start off one way and you just go in a completely different direction, but it works out. You know, it works out. So I'm leaving that to dry. I'm getting my eyes off of it to rest. And I brought back in this person who was just too white. So I just thought, let's add some orange because we have some orange on the right, but none on the left. So I'm trying to balance. And then this has dried now, so I'm bringing it in. I'm going to cut it down and try to see if I want to leave it as is or if I have anything that I want to add as well. So some of these I actually really like. I like, certain parts of it. This man was really hiding on the card, so I'm just helping him to stand out a bit. I'm just putting the charcoal to the back of him so you could see him a little more. I'm really trying not to think too hard. And then I thought, see, just do that and get it in there. This one, I wanted her to stand out a bit more too, but I ended up doing the charcoal all the way around her and I activated it all the way around as well. I'm adding a wash of orange inside of her because she's just too white. And then I thought, let me do a little border of orange because why not? Didn't plan to actually, but yeah. I really like this one. So with this one, I actually saw like a dolphin diving in the water. Is it the, yes, this one. I saw a dolphin, like he's diving in, like if he's going for food. And I just found that was so cool. So I'm just highlighting it so that it looks, you could focus in on it a little more. I don't know if y'all could see it. Or even if it's not a dolphin, it's some kind of animal. Probably a prehistoric animal. I don't know. But yeah, and then here I'm just, you know, cat. What's the word? I'm creating certain shapes, and it's just a wash of color. I'm just taking a tip of the paint, but there's a lot, there's less paint and more water on the brush, so you could still see the layers underneath. And this is where I'm going to place my creations for the 100 days. I have a book that I got from work that they were going to throw away, and I thought the cover is flexible. I know it's going to expand and get nice and fat and chunky, which I love. But I didn't like the pages, obviously, because they have a lot of words on it, and it will hide my beautiful paintings. So I thought I'd just paint them black and then stick them on it. It fits nicely. Hopefully I will not do two lengthways, what's the word? Portraits, paintings on a page. They will all have to go landscape or landscape and portrait in order for it to fit nicely. But I like it. And well, at some point I'll have to do the cover because this cover is not acceptable whatsoever. And I have to figure out what I'm going to do on the opposite pages of them because they have words and I don't really like that. Maybe I'll paint them a different color eventually, or some of them have black on it now because I squished the pages together like that one. But this is fun. This was fun because I really I enjoyed the entire process. The sticking, the preparing the book, which was not prepared because I had to do it for y'all in front of y'all. I will try my best to do the pages beforehand next time. So it'll just be ready to stick. And yeah, when I stuck this one down, I realized that I found it was too blue. There was just too much blue and it looked too cluttered, if that's the word I want to look for. So I went in with my, what is this? This is a whiteout pen. It's liquid paper. And I'm just adding some white spots in between to just help it, free up that, give it some space because it's kind of weird. And yeah, I realized that I didn't finish working on the pot either because that's not what I had planned to do. So I'm working on that. See, I'm pointing at the left side because I didn't finish and I forgot that I didn't finish. So I'm just adding some more color in, trying to add in some shadows, trying to make it pop and give it some character. And yeah, just, give it some more information on this card and definition and shading. And I'm going to give the pot something to stand on so it's not just kind of floating on the page as well. Make it look like it's on a table or something, a floor or something. So yes. So these are my cards. Let me know what you think. I love this one. It's a nice surprise. I love this one too. I do. Those splashes and yeah. I like the simplicity of this one. And I do enjoy this one as well. I have to look at them more, I have to look at them more. She's cool too. This one I'm not really drawn to. I love this one. It's lovely. And I like this one. It makes me think of underwater pool, streams. I don't know. And then this dolphin thing that's not really a dolphin. I love it. Yeah. So let me know what you think, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!